Hi Samantha.
Hi, Emo.
This is Kibaki video. So you don't mind if I use this footage in my social media platform?
No, that's fine. So mass and cast, the problem is for women, we're not protected out here. People get raped in their sleep. I've had people touch me in my sleep, woken up to strangers trying to lift my underwear off. I've been raped by people out here. I've been beat up by dudes out here in front of the cops. Don't do anything about it. Nobody does anything about it. And everybody just lets it happen. I saw a 21-year-old kid get stabbed over a dollar lighter, an argument at the engagement center they opened up to help us, and they shut it down because people were taking advantage of it, and then they opened it back up. I think another kid got stabbed over a fight about a pipe, but there was no drugs even involved. It was an empty pipe. They were just fighting about nothing. And, you know, because they're hurting or starving or tired or, you know what I mean? Just they fucking end up snapping and do fucked up shit. It's dangerous. People are on drugs and they act fucked up. It's a really not safe, and there's not enough to being done about it.
And how, like, you know, what's your advice for young generation not to come to mass and cast?
Not to come at all, not to do drugs, not to even do drugs, because I feel like drugs wouldn't be here if the government really gave a fuck about us, because they have all these TV shows about the border patrol and all this stuff, but the drugs are still getting in the country. The drugs are still getting handed out, and people are still dying every day. I've saved 70 people on Mass Ave, overdoses, and most of them get robbed while they're out cold and left for dead, like literally walked off on. Most of them. And I've walked up on a few people like that. I've walked up on at least 12 people that were like totally robbed for their jacket, their sneakers, everything, and left like maybe a pump of Narcan and take off. Maybe not even a pump of Narcan. Just people just take everything. You can't sleep with anybody around because everything you own gets taken. Everything. Literally, even if you have dirty laundry in your bag, you have to worry about your backpack being taken. It sucks. It's not good. And there's not enough help out here. There's not enough. They don't do enough to help. There's places they could put people and they don't care. They don't even come out. They say they offer housing and, you know, everybody's housed, everyone's in treatment, but nobody was. There was a girl freezing to death in a tent next to mine the day that she told people that we were all housed and stuff like that. I literally woke up to a girl in the tent next to me dead because she froze to death and she didn't have no heat. Like nobody could bring her heat. A blanket, a sternos or whatever, candle, something, anything. But it's just fucked up, man. People are fucking dirty out here. It's not normal. I don't think I've never seen any place this bad before. It's like social genocide, kind of. It seems. And a lot of the people are not even from Boston. It's like they're being pushed out of their hometowns and forced to be here, so it's contained into one area. Well, I had kids, 2 kids. I have 2 kids, and my ex was abusive, and he lied in court and took them from me. I had been clean for 12 years to be their mom, and the court got shut down because of COVID, and basically I left my apartment with the kids to try to keep them safe, and he ended up getting custody, and the court shut down, and nobody would respond to the emails about contempt because he wouldn't give my visits to me, and I got upset. I relapsed because I missed my kids, you know. Mm-hmm. And then I got stuck with nowhere to stay. I ended up out here, and it just gets worse out here. It's not, they say they have help, they're offering help, the mayor was coming to help with housing, but only like 50 people got housed out of 200 or something, and the rest of us
What's the mayor's name?
Mayor Wu, I think.
Okay.
Michelle Wu.
So what's your drugs of choice?
I do fentanyl and crystal meth.
So how long is it gonna last, like if you do a faint?
Probably a couple hours, a few hours. A shot, if I do a shot, it would probably last like 5 hours.
So, and how you get money, like, to buy drugs?
So sometimes I boost things and sell them. Sometimes I cash in, use needles. Sometimes I do dates. Like, you know.
So if you do dates, like how
Sell
much
pictures,
you gonna get it, like your maximum?
So if it's like a car date, probably like $50. That'd be good because I wouldn't take less than that anyway. But usually, if you can go online and sell pictures for like $150. sometimes. And
Like how much, like for one day you can get it? Like 1,000, like if you do dates?
if I do dates, I could make 10,000 a day if I wanted to, but that's like not walking the streets that way. You have to post online that way. And most of the time people steal your shit, so your phone gets stolen and it's hard to keep a platform to be escorting. So you end up doing dates out here, and then sometimes you get ripped off, sometimes you get raped or like hurt, beat up. It's a risk. There's a lot of risks with it.
Have you ever OD?
No, I never have. Actually, I'm surprised, but I'm like the only one I know that hasn't.
And how many times you have been to jail?
Jail, never. I have just have cases now this month I have to go to court for, but I should get dismissed. Just possession charges.
And what kind of help you need to, to recovery or sobriety?
Well, so I tried to get on the methadone clinic a few times because they helped me before a long time ago, and I keep getting kicked off for missing too many days because, well, I'm still homeless. They don't bring you up like they used to, so you're still sick. So you have to have like a double habit until you get on a comfortable dose. So you end up still using, still out here, and they really don't seem to offer much help for that. Like, they should at least give you a little bit of a chance to be on like a steady dose. Sometimes I feel like it's not really it's set up for failure. The whole system is set up for failure. The hospitals treat people like shit, even though they tell you to go there and ask for help. If you go there with withdrawals, they kick you out. They kick you out and tell you you'll live, They don't help you. They treat you like shit. They treat you really bad. And there's a lot of people that do help and do care, outreach workers and stuff like that, people that bring food. But the problem is just the system's designed for people like us to fail.
Oh, are you from Boston?
I'm from Quincy originally.
Quincy.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
Quincy.
Bostonian.
Yeah.
Thank you. What's your name again?
Samantha Harding.
Samantha, thank you very much, and God bless you,
Yeah.
and good luck for your recovery.
Yeah, thank you.